Okay, and they're white. So let's look at lips. So thin lips. Now, they wrote compressed, but compressed is, watch me, watch my picture. When I compress my lips, I kind of make a face like this. You know, I put them together. I squeeze my lips together. Compressed lips. So you might describe it as a facial expression. You know, he or she compressed their lips, but I wouldn't describe the lips as being compressed. So I'm not sure what the exact translation of this is, but we wouldn't say compressed lips. This is what you do to them, okay? So plump, they're kind of fat. We call them plump lips. And protruding is when they stick out like that, like you're going to kiss somebody, but somebody's lips will just naturally stick out, okay? And you might have a protruding nose too. It's kind of a big one, right, that sticks right out. So protruding lips, okay? Oh, lots of words. So plump again, or plump or full. They're the same. Okay, plump and full lips are identical. There's no difference in English. You may have a difference in Russian, but they're the same thing in English. Or they might just be medium or average lips. Well-defined. If something is well-defined, they're very clear. You can see them. They're really obvious. Okay, so a person might have well-defined features on their face, okay? Well-defined features, okay? Not only their lips, but their eyes. Maybe they might have high cheekbones, okay, which I do, and a lot of people do. High cheekbones is another way to describe a face. Okay, your cheekbones are really sticking out. They're protruding, and they're called high cheekbones. Well-shaped? No, we don't really call a face well-shaped, okay? If a woman has a good figure, she's shapely. We can use it that way to describe a woman. If she has a good figure, she's shapely, you know, really like this, okay? Well, but that would be the only way that we would describe a person, okay? So they're shapely, okay? Okay, good. Okay, what else do we have? Sometimes, you know, when we see somebody, we might say that their lips are kissable. It means you'd like to kiss them, okay? So you might see someone and, like if you saw someone really cute, you might say, oh, they have kissable lips. Okay, it's kind of just a fun thing to say. Yes, he was certainly wonderfully handsome. And his finely curved scarlet lips, his blue eyes, and his crisp gold hair. There was something in his face that made one trust him at once. This comes from some writing, but I think it's really old-fashioned. Okay, this is really old-fashioned British English. We probably would never say this, okay? But scarlet lips, maybe. Scarlet is another word for red, but we would probably never say this, okay? So curved means they curve up or they curve down, okay? And crisp gold hair, I have no idea what crisp hair would be. So this is very old-fashioned, this, okay? Just to warn you about that one. So your eyes might be slanted. You know, the Japanese slant up and the Chinese slant down. So you have slanted eyes. Your eyes might be slanted. They might be narrow. You have narrow eyes when they're really close together. Some people's eyes are closer together than others, or they're a little bit smaller. Or they might be bulging. Some people have eyes that really stick out of their head. You know, they're kind of protruding, bulging eyes, okay? They might be close set, which is the narrow eyes. Again, they're really close to your nose. Okay, so they're close set. If they're deep set, they're really far back, and my eyes are kind of deep set. They're a little bit back in my head. It's nice to have deep set eyes, usually, unless they're really far back. And wide set means they're pretty far apart, okay? So that's what that means. So so they're close set to, really close, deep set back, and wide set. Okay, far apart. Okay, and you might notice that on some people. You only notice these things when they stand out, right? Certain things stand out on people, and that's when you use these because you notice it, right? It's what you notice about them. Okay. So they might be expressive eyes. I like this one. They're expressive. They say you can read a person through their eyes, which means when you read a person, it means you can understand them. You get to know them through their eyes. All their emotions are quite visible through their eyes. And so if you have expressive eyes, you're really using your eyes. They're really showing all your emotions. Okay, and it's a good thing to have expressive eyes. It makes you a more interesting person. Or if your eyes aren't expressive, you're a little bit boring looking probably. You might have bright eyes. This means you're, how do I explain this? You look really excited, and you're alert, and you're enthusiastic, and all these things are in your eyes. You're bright-eyed. You're not. It'd be the opposite to being sleepy. You have sleepy eyes. It'd be the opposite. Piercing eyes are, some people, when they look at you, it looks like they can see right through you. They're looking. They have. They're just they're almost staring at you, and it's not a good feeling when somebody has piercing eyes. They're looking very seriously at you, and it looks like they can look right through you and see who you are and what you're thinking without even knowing you. Okay, they can see right through you. As a hypnotic. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you, Milky. So they can see right through you is a good expression to know in English. They can see right through you. This means they can read you, and it's not only with piercing eyes, but some people have the ability to see right through you. They're quite intelligent. Okay, so hypnotic eyes are the ones that kind of put you in a trance, and you're in love, or you have these pretty strong feelings about them if they're hypnotic. Okay, then of course we have all the colors: blue, green, gray, brown, light blue, dark gray, grayish blue, dark, all different. These are the general colors of eyes. Okay, so you probably know most of those. Okay, so you have dark and light colors, right? So it might be dark something or light something. And here we have some examples, and I believe these are brown eyes, and I believe these are green eyes. These would be blue eyes, it looks like. It's hard to see on this, or they look blue or gray. And then another one is probably gray, so all the different colors. Oh, these look blue to me. Okay, so these would have been green. They look green or grayish green, something that. So if you want to combine colors, you just add an ish on the first one: reddish brown, brownish black, greenish gray, grayish green. You could do it either way. So that's how you combine colors, by just adding an ish on one of them and combining the two together. Okay, so that's a good thing to learn. So my sofa is, I can, reddish orange. It's reddish orange. So it's orange, but it has a little bit of red in it. Okay. So now we have chins, your chin. Okay, so you can have a dimpled chin. That's when it has that little, it's like a little hole in it right in the middle. And it's really nice when you have dimpled cheeks. They're really quite attractive when somebody has a dimple. Sometimes you only have a dimple when you smile. And if you have a dimple when you smile, that's a really terrific thing. But you should remember to always smile anyway. Did you know that when you smile, you look younger? They've proven this with photos. So if you want to look younger, keep smiling, okay? So that's one way to look younger. So you might have a flat chin. It doesn't stick out at all. Or it might be pointed. It comes down in a long point. Or it might be square, kind of have a square, or you just have a round chin. But you don't really notice the chin unless it's pointed or, something that if it's dimpled, then you notice it, right? These are the things you notice when they're this way.